yet we had fully functioned Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya, ADAC. And you remember we did pass that ADAC amendment in December 2020. Therefore, we are demanding from Anti-Doping Agency a full comprehensive report on this matter of doping. Now, we are also calling for an explanation on the type of poor reception that our heroes were subjected when they landed in Kenya yesterday. The poor welcoming of our athletes reflects the general management of the team. We saw several government officials taking selfies in Japan, but left on their own after and they were not being able to. You saw even our athletes, the only thing they were being given were Masai shukas. And you can see they were dodging, even they were like our the maestro, the marathon maestro, Eliud Kipchoge, was looking like an Atoroka Kwasigenge because there was no reception. Even a secretary from Athletics Kenya or Ministry of Sports, or even a driver could not even go and pick them as a matter of courtesy. You saw what happened in Uganda. Even the president himself was there receiving the athletes. He even gave them SUVs and gave them monthly salary. But here the only gift we give our athletes is only Masai Shuka. I wish to call upon the Ministry of Sports, Athletics Kenya, National Olympics of Kenya, NOC, to explain the following to Kenyans. One, and when we ask these questions, we are not asking because they are not insulated from oversight. Why is it that when Athletics Kenya and Ministry of Sports and National Olympic Committee of Kenya are being asked questions, they think they can't be asked questions, and they are using public money? We'll ask them questions. If they don't want to answer questions, they can go and take care of their cows or sell other things. Because if you are in that office, you must be accountable, everybody. And my work as a senator and as a parliamentarian, when they appear before parliament, they must answer the following questions. One, what really happened to our team management in Japan? And were there any prior arrangements for athlete reception? That is point number one. Number two, expound on the reward scheme and stipends given to winners of various categories. As you can see, other countries are giving them salary. They are giving them training coaches and many others. Explain the selection process of athletes and officials who went to Japan. You know very well that that exercise has been marred with patriotism, chronism, corruption, where some people are being selected, not that they qualify, but because they have other issues that they give to the officials. Explain the COVID-19 vaccination process for athletes, and if all of them are fully vaccinated now, what reforms have been implemented after the Rio scandal. And by the way, what happened in Tokyo, Japan, in fact, the Rio scandal appears like a baby's event. It's like a baby shower. This one is much more worse. There is a mega scandal that happened in Tokyo, Japan. Number three, why are the athletes flying on economy class while management and officials are using business class? There was an incident of senior, I wouldn't want to mention name, senior marathoner. He had been booked for economy class, but it is out of courtesy of other people that paid to move him from business class. So who is going to run? The management and technical are in business class. The people who are supposed to run are in economy class. They arrive there, they have jet lag, they have to arrive. In fact, one athlete arrived a day before the marathon, and they were using economy class, they have jet lag. And the management and government officials are taking selfies in the streets of Tokyo. What are athletes? Why does Brand Kenya why does not Brand Kenya use athletes yet they have no reward scheme, which they only issue with Masai shukas? We want to thank the Masai, it is our identity, but we think the work that our athletes are doing is much more than the Masai shuka. I wish to propose the following to do as part of reforms. I know Nairobi is cold, we understand, but that should not be the reason. They should be given cars. To do as part in reforms management of Athletics Kenya. This is the reforms that should be done. One, introduce a scheme to cushion athletes in terms of food, training care, rent, training camps or cash transfer. I know you media, you covered very well about athletes, especially people who are sports editors here and sports reporters. You go to Kaptagat and many other training camps, including Kapsabet. Those athletes do not have even running shoes. They don't have food. And you know when you are running, When you are wacha hii Nairobi mnakimbia kuchoma mafuta, mmekula kuku na chips na nini kama ndugu yangu hapa. Hiyo wacha ukimbia. This one you are running 42 kilometers. You need food. You need rent. You need training gear. Hii mnaenda kununua hii ya kukimbia kama sandak. Hiyo ndio ni ya kukimbia kuchoma ile mafuta mingi umekula. But somebody who runs need food, they need rent, they need training gear. What have they done? And when they are cautioning people, what has government done through Ministry of Sports to caution our athletes, especially in these hard times? We don't want athletics to be dead like crickets. You can see rugby is in ICU. Number 2, the localized athletic service like issuance of clearance letters and visas to towns near to the camps to avoid athletes camping in Nairobi for days waiting to be served. End up Athletics Kenya, Riada House. Our athletes anatoka Eldoret, anapanda hii matatu, hizi mnajua majina yao, anafika hapo Riada House, unapata secretary anaweka mkimbiaji. What is mkimbiaji? An athlete, mwanariadha, sorry, unajua tu kurudi saa 8 shule. Mwanariadha anamweka kuanzia saa 4 asubuhi mpaka saa 11 ndio apate barua ya kutoka visa kwenda kukimbia, kutafuta kuhustle kukimbia. Hapa Riada House, imagine mtu amekimbia, badala ya kuweka hiyo nini karibu na training camps, ndio ule mkimbiaji, mwanariadha sorry, ule mwanariadha apate hiyo clearance ya visa kwenda kukimbia private race. Unamweka kwa matatu 5 hours to Nairobi, anakaa mpaka jioni ndio apatiwe clearance ya visa ya kwenda ngambo. Na katele yenye iko hapa Riada House, wanaambia wewe ukienda kushinda, nusu ni yetu, nusu ni yako. Na ule amekimbia mpaka ametoa damu na jasho. Wewe unashikashika tumbo yako hapo kwa ofisi, unangoja mtu mwingine. Hata Biblia inasema ule mtu asiyefanya kazi hahitaji kukula. They are exploiting our athletes. Na tukisema hivyo si ati hatutaki mtu, tunataka the honest and transparency. The final one, Athletics Kenya, through the Ministry of Sports, should hold after every Olympics, just like National Olympic Committee for the next Olympic cycles. My brothers and sisters, National Olympic NOC has a regulation. After every Olympic cycle, kama sahi, utapata NOC wanafanya elections. Mbona Athletics Kenya wasifanya? We are not doubting the ability, capacity and competence of those who run AK. But what we are saying, we need new blood. We need new officials in office to reform. Because after the Rio scandal, no one has really addressed the reforms within athletics fraternity. And what we saw in Japan is poor planning. Hata unaona Julius Yego is still training through YouTube. Ajiandikiwa coach mpaka leo. Anaenda kuona YouTube, saa zingine internet inapotea. Anaona YouTube saa ngapi, and it should have a coach. Na ukiuliza watu wenye wako officials Athletic Kenya, wanataka huyo mtu aone television ndio ajue kurusha mkuki instead of giving technical team. Aya, ukiona allowances yenye technical team na officials wanafanya huko Japan, wengi wanaenda kufanya, walikuwa wananunua sunscreen na pesa yetu kwa sababu kulikuwa na joto mingi Japan. Wakishanunua sunscreen wasichomeke, wanapiga picha selfie, wanaweka social media. Hiyo inasaidia Kenya kitu gani namna? So what we are saying in short, Ministry of Sports, the way they receive our athletes is very sad. Number 1. Number 2, the president should ensure these people are rewarded. Wapewe salary. Wakipewa salary, hawatahitaji ile relief food yenye wanapewa. Wakiwa na salary, they will be able to buy their training gear, they will pay rent in their camp, and they will pay for food. Number 4, mambo ya doping. Tuko na ADAK. Wasaidia sisi, ilikuwa aibu sana. Olympics Committee, wale huko Tokyo, wanaenda kupata mwanariadha mmoja na makosa ya doping. Na ilihali tulipitisha sheria mwaka jana hapa kupatia kipawa ADAK. Wahakikishe anybody who leaves the country, they must be clean to compete. So what I'm calling, it is the high time that the reforms must be done. Na president alitulet down kidogo, badala ya kufanya mkutano na viongozi ya kikabila, angekuwa hapa JKI, hawa ndio heroes. Sasa you saw president of our neighboring, I don't want to mention the name because I know it's so popular in Kenya now. But the president of a neighboring country was giving out SUVs, salaries, and serious awards. Our president was meeting tribal chiefs instead of receiving our heroes and heroines that have made the trademark like Akina Faith, Akina Eliud, Akina Obiri. These are the best, and I think we need to reform. Na mimi kama kiongozi kutoka bonde la ufa, kama viongozi ya kutoka bonde la ufa, nataka niseme ya kwamba hatutakubali athletics ikufe. Bila cricket ilikufa. Unaona watu wanacheza tu za ile wako kwa date huko. Hatutaki rugby iko kwa ICU. Unaona shida yenye iko kwa mambo ya mpira. Sisi hatutakubali mambo ya riadha iangamie Kenya.